Yo, it's your boy Nero Glace. And if you wondering why I got these glasses on before we start the video, my eye is swollen. Someone in the last video asked me why my energy seemed low. It's cause my eyes was hurting. Now it's only one eye. Both my eyes was hurting at first. Who knows the reason? But now it's just one. So y'all can't see me like that. So we rocking sunglasses until this get right. Until we get right. But we finna get straight to it. Someone asked me to continue checking out, I think it's Bora City. And so the video I wanted to check out now is why the music industry is terrified of BTS. I didn't know BTS was as big as it was. You guys most definitely did a great job. You let me know that very, very fast. The BTS fandom seems a little more broad. Like you got real nice fans, then you got the ones that if you make one mistake, they on your head. Like if you say the wrong, I said something about they dancing look a little easier to copy, but I have only seen the two songs, and Dynamite. It may not be easy to replicate, but it didn't look as complex. Like the movements didn't look as complex as some music videos I see where they moving all fast and all type of different things that take a long time to practice. Not saying they can't dance, because after I watched the video, I know they're very talented. My bad. So I will check out some more videos. I may say the wrong thing, but that's why we learning. You feel me? Without further ado, let's get straight to it. We got why the music industry. Why are they scared of BTS? Let's see what's going on.
On April 3rd, Jimin of BTS became the first South Korean soloist to debut at #1 on the world's biggest music chart, the Billboard Hot 100. His song Like Crazy became the 7th song ever by a Korean act to reach #1. The other 6 songs are BTS's songs. So all of the Korean songs that reach #1 are from BTS and BTS members only. Actually,
so the only songs to hit #1 has been straight BTS. That is crazy. Hold on. Trying to get my light together, y'all. Yeah, trying to tell you.
all the songs from Asian artists that debuted at #1 are from BTS and BTS members only. And believe it or not, this is extremely scary for the music industry. Since BTS entered the Hot 100's top 10 for the first time in 2018, the music industry has done everything in their power to prevent them from getting #1 songs. But why does BTS keep succeeding despite literally being one of the most sabotaged artists in the industry? And why would all these music entities work together to harm one artist? Isn't this simply paranoia from BTS fans? The industry's actions say something very clear. BTS cannot be at the top, and they don't try to hide it.
It's because they, hold on, before she tell me why, it's because they have a lot of independent nature, independent control or creative control over their music. Is that why? Or is it because they're a foreign group? Let me know. Yeah, it's to top all the charts while being a foreign group. And maybe, I won't say that, I don't know if they independent per se, but they weren't mainstream
Anymore. Everyone can see the industry's obvious intentions by looking at the times they come up with a weird new rule that prevents BTS from succeeding in their charts. Just look at the latest one. Jimin's song Like Crazy got a #1 in its first week, and it was predicted to stay in the top 10 for its second week. Jimin was achieving the same debut numbers of Olivia Rodrigo, but without the industry's support. And this obviously was not the industry's plan. So Billboard decided to change one specific rule that benefits Jimin, so him and only him can fall from the charts, and the rest of it stays exactly the same. It's still unknown what Billboard did exactly to make the best-selling song of the week go from 100,000 sales to 14,000 sales. Maybe Billboard didn't just want Jimin to not be in the top 10, they wanted him to free fall. So why filter 60% of the song's sales so he can fall from the top 10 when you can cut 90% of the song's sales and make him have the biggest fall ever? Maybe they didn't just want to take his accomplishment away, they wanted to send a message. They wanted to show
that all it takes is one person to show that you don't need the engine. We don't need the engine, because if he rocking top 10 no big engine behind them. What's the incentive for other artists to come and try to get signed to this engine? No, you messing up. You messing up what we got going on. You would mess up the money flow.
Who is really in charge. Not the fans consuming the music, but the industry itself. This is not the first time they've done this. Whenever they want a song to fall on the charts, they apply a new rule that applies to one artist, and then they forget about this rule for the following weeks until once again, an artist they don't want to be at the top is at the top. So they apply one specific rule that can help them fall. Allegedly, of course, because the only explanation to delete 90% of a song's sales is for Luminate, which tracks these numbers, to track each payment by looking at IP addresses and credit card information, and that's illegal and Billboard would never, of course. So why would the whole industry go out of their ways to prevent one artist from succeeding? BTS's biggest advantage and disadvantage is that they are successful without the industry's support, and the industry has built an environment where you can only win if you accept to play the industry's game. In other words, the industry chooses its winners from the very beginning and sabotages other players who find alternative ways to defeat others at their own game. I would say that the biggest artists who do this are BTS, and it's because of ARMY's power. BTS is not simply a one-hit artist, they are at the core of pop culture. And they did this without industry support. Not the K-pop industry support, not the Western industry support. BTS were able to get to the top of the music industry without the music industry making a profit out of them. That's why BTS are a problem. That's what.
How long did it take them to reach the top? Not very long, I assume. Not very long.
The industry cannot stand. Just compare Psy's situation with BTS's situation. When Gangnam Style by Psy became globally popular, the music industry was not afraid of a Korean singer becoming popular in the West because everyone assumed it was a one-time thing. But when BTS
I'm like, that Gangnam Style song gave one hit wonder vibes anyway. Like the type of song, it's hard to recreate something that. It's hard to create a moment. That song was a moment. It's hard to do that twice.
became globally popular, the story was different. The Western industry was first okay with them being a one-hit artist. They were fine with BTS being the weird phenomenon that people will grow out of after some time. But when they didn't disappear and they actually started defeating Western artists, the music industry got worried.
When I first heard something Korean had exploded in America, I got worried.
The entertainment industry is usually happy to celebrate international and independent artists and scream diversity as long as one, it's a one-time thing, or two, artists obey the industry's rules and give the industry some profit. The Oscars were fine celebrating Bong Joon-ho's movie because even though they don't profit from the movie's success, at least Bong Joon-ho is not an artist releasing multiple successful projects a year. Parasite was a one-time thing that indirectly could help his other movies from American production companies. The Emmys were happy giving Squid Games multiple awards because at least the show was being produced by Netflix and the actors were happy to accept offers from the Western industry. In other words, the Western industry got benefits from the success of a foreign series, so it was fine to celebrate them. Everything Everywhere All at Once was highly celebrated.
I mean, that makes sense though, because they then BTS started winning American awards. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, but like I said, if the awards and everything is kind of ran by the big companies, you would expect the big companies to be like, hey, they winning our awards, and we ain't even benefiting from them winning these awards. You feel me? Because like if another artist wins, say, who? Justin Bieber. Let's say Justin Bieber. He signs to some. I don't even say Justin Bieber. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift win a award. You know what I'm saying? Like her group, her label is getting a lot of money from her winning. It benefits the whole table.
By the industry. But at the end of the day,
I'm not saying it's correct, but I'm saying I understand why they would not want them to be winning.
Day, it's an American movie by American directors, American writers, and American production companies. In the end, the movie's success is the American industry's profit. But singers are different because they constantly release music and their success can become constant support from fans. So an artist's success can rely on the fans more than it relies on the industry itself. And that is not something the industry wants. This is why a song like Despacito, which was already the most popular song worldwide before the Justin Bieber feature, was not recognized at all by Billboard or any other entity from the American music industry. They only accepted the song as a global success when Justin Bieber and his American label were involved and making a profit out of it. This is why the Billboard Music Awards were happy to invite Psy to their ceremony, but they never gave Gangnam Style, the biggest song of the year, a #1. Many factors prevented Psy from achieving this. To start, Psy never left his Korean company to fully sign with an American label, so his music never got proper industry support. Also, at the time Billboard didn't.
So how would that song be if it did get the proper industry support? It was a big song, so would they be playing it longer? Like how much bigger would the song become? Because like I said, it was a moment. I don't know what the #1 song was then, but that song right there was a moment. Like everybody was hearing that song. And also, somebody asked me to stop pausing and watch the videos all the way through. Like, I have no problem with the recommendation, but if I watch the video, it's a 25-minute video. If I watch the video all the way through, now it just turns to a watch along. And then they like watch it all the way through, then give your remarks on the video at the end. I would probably forget my remarks by the end of this video, because there's so many different points to think on. I had to be literally sitting here taking down notes or just mental notes. So okay, like no, we chatting right now. You feel me? We chatting right now.
Count YouTube views as streams, making it obvious how the charts didn't reflect what the public was actually listening to. Even to this day, and with many chart adjustments, the Billboard charts are just a reflection of the artists the industry wanted to succeed from the very beginning. Of course, there are exceptions like Gangnam Style, Old Town Road, and some organic TikTok hits. But how far they go and how far they'll keep being recognized depends on the artist's will.
Lil Nas X, like, I don't know. That man went down like this, and it's kind of like the route he took. Well, it was a burning route regardless. Like, the video not about him, but to get on with a lot of controversy, you'll go down with a lot of controversy. Live by the sword, die by the sword out.
Willingness to shake hands with industry people. And again, they don't care if you're a foreign artist, as long as they get to make a profit out of you. But if you don't comply with them, you will get your moment of fame and then be completely shut down from the music industry. Here's how they do it. The industry endorses its own artists on streaming platforms like Spotify by applying multiple subtle methods. One way is by putting the artist's desire to succeed at the best spots of curated playlists. The biggest one is the Today's Top Hits playlist, which doesn't actually show today's top hits. That it's the ugly, colorless Top 50 playlist. Today's Top Hits is what Spotify wants to be the top hits. Millions of streams from the general public come from this playlist, so being a part of it, it's a vital part of a song's promotion. Spotify says that they decide which artists get to be at the top of the playlist or at the cover based on their intuition and expertise in music trends. But many find these arbitrary decisions suspicious, since Spotify loves giving this special treatment to certain artists from certain labels. To think that artists from certain powerful labels are paying their way to the cover of this playlist may not be a crazy thing to think. Spotify also takes advantage of the automatic autoplay feature. When you stop listening to an album you like, they will immediately play you a song they want you to stream. More recently, Spotify updated their homepage to a TikTok-like feed that lets you scroll down endlessly with songs and music videos being.
I don't have Spotify. I never was a Spotify user. I don't even use Apple Music, to be honest. I'm on YouTube all day, looking for ideas, brainstorm ideas, listening to informative videos, things like that. Like, I'm an Instagram and YouTube type of guy. I'm not even on Twitter for real. Like, I do have every social media there is, but I'm more of an Instagram or YouTube person. So I do have YouTube Premium because I need that. Because like for videos like this, the ads be popping up, and it was essentially making my editing process a lot less smoother.
Automatically played. So while some artists get millions of streams added because of passive streams from curated playlists and the accidental streams from the autoplay feature, BTS get millions of streams deleted because fandom behavior of willingly listening to a song every day is considered bot behavior. So if you compare BTS's unfiltered streams with their filter streams, you will find out that they are the ones with the highest rate of filter streams. Their streams get deleted more than any other artist.
I will say I can understand them saying things like bot behavior, because when I was reading the comments on Dynamite when it was gonna hit 2 billion, people was like, play the song all day, Armin. We almost there. Just play it all day. You don't even gotta listen to it. Just keep playing it. Keep playing it. That is bot behavior. You know what I'm saying? To reach that number. Not saying they were bots, but it's like it is kind of like bot behavior. But they should be able to verify if it's a bot or not, because like I said, it's easy to verify if a person's a real person or not based off their behavior, their watch history, how they watch videos, if they only watch certain videos, how they comment. So they were just being petty. But it's an easy way to. It's an easy cop out. I say that.
There are even days when their streams are cut in half, but Spotify is not the only platform doing this. Some of BTS's biggest waves of new fans came from YouTube. Their music videos get so many views that BTS started breaking every YouTube record imaginable, time and time again. So every time BTS broke a record, YouTube changed their algorithm to find ways to delete what they say are inorganic views. But it's pretty clear that their algorithms never worked properly. That's why they keep changing it every time BTS gets a new record. So just to talk about the latest YouTube algorithm change, I'm going to talk about the most successful music videos from a Korean act so far this year. According to YouTube, it's this video. But according to the massive wave of new BTS fans you can find on Twitter,
You guys can't see what I'm looking at. My laptop's right here, so I can look down. But then also I got my monitor, so I can look at either one and watch. And people be on my head. What you looking at? What you doing, bro? I'm paying attention. Just know that.
Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube itself, It's on the Street by J-Hope of BTS featuring J. Cole and Like Crazy by Jimin of BTS. But both of these videos get millions of views deleted every day. It's common for YouTube to do this in the first 24 hours with every music video, since it's the day they get the most views. As days pass, fans stop mass streaming and YouTube stops deleting views. But this is BTS, so YouTube is still deleting their music video views today, weeks after they were released. You may still think that YouTube is just deleting fake views, but it's simply impossible for a random Jimin interview to get more views in its first hours than an official and
I witnessed that yesterday on my own channel. It wasn't millions of views. So I don't have millions of views, but I did witness, like, I was at a certain number, and then the same, like, later on that day would just cut. I'm like, how did my views go down? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did the views go down?
anticipated Jimin music video. It's not crazy to believe that YouTube disproportionately deletes views on BTS's music videos specifically. Let's be logical for a second. These K-pop acts are not bigger than BTS, and that's okay. But it's not okay for BTS to get their views deleted every hour, while these other microscopical songs get views added because people are forced to stream their music videos as YouTube ads.
I know for sure they're not bigger than BTS, because I done reacted to a few groups, and I think the BTS fandom is the most active fandom from what I'm seeing for my channel. Stray Kids, BTS first, and then Stray Kids, as far as the more active K-pop fans I have seen. I know Blackpink got blinks, but Blackpink got the blinks. I haven't did a lot of Blackpink content. They were active. Cat's Eye is very new, so I don't even know Cat's Eye group, so they here and there. You know what I'm saying? So I can say that these some of these groups are not as big. Factually, we know that, and fandom wise too. So the fandom is not as active. There's no way you guys are getting more streams than us. Come on.
On the other hand, because of these two videos, BTS recently received one of its biggest waves of new fans, probably the biggest since 2021. Yet YouTube wants us to believe that these are the real numbers.
Global takeover group BTS in the studio. There they are.
Probably the most fraudulent practice in the music industry is giving radio importance. At least with streaming platforms, there is this sense of autonomy. Streaming platforms may choose the artists they want to be at the top. They may recommend you their songs and music videos time and time again. They may even steal a stream from you because of their autoplay features and paid ads. But at least there are ways to fight this. Armies may not get BTS ads and recommendations, but they can look for the songs and videos themselves. Armies may not get all of their streams content, but at least the industry recognizes about half of them. But what has no solution except to pay is radio. Radio mysteriously chooses certain songs to get played.
Do y'all listen to the radio for real? Like now, like the people like listen to the radio. I know my granddad listens to the radio, but it's my granddad. You feel me?
And stays with those, giving them millions of radio spins and points to music charts that will give them a number one. But here you have Jimin of BTS, who has a number one song and millions of radio play requests by fans and still receives 0 points from radio. And this is not even a crazy foreign song that the American general public may reject. This is a mainstream yet nicely produced pop song in English. But this is just reality. It was not in the industry's plans or in their best interest to make like crazy popular. So when it happened, they once again pretended like BTS doesn't exist and continue sabotaging their songs. Life Goes On was another radio-friendly song by BTS that got a number one on the Hot 100, but they received a total of 6 spins on US radio.
It was actually crazy that I've been I like these songs I've been hearing, so I've been trying to put other people onto the music, and it's like the consensus is that they like, oh, you gonna turn Asian because you listen to all that Asian music, you gonna turn Asian, and I'm like, music is music, no matter where it's from or who making it. It's not like I'm just over here reciting Korean lyrics in Korean. Like, if I'm listening to Dynamite, I'm like, hey, how this sound to you? Like, this joint got 2 billion views. Like, how this sound to you? It's like, oh, you gonna turn Asian. I'm like, bruh, it's just music. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird. But I also do think, like, it's in America, it's kind of most definitely harder for foreign acts to get love over here on a grand scale. Most definitely.
That's 0 points for music charts. Dynamite and Butter were number one songs in English by BTS that were played on the radio to an extent, but the number of spins were not enough to maintain their number one position. They were only able to stay on the top of the charts because people were streaming and buying their songs. That is the main difference with BTS's songs and the industry songs. If you take the millions of radio spins from the majority of the industry's promoted songs, they wouldn't only have bigger falls than BTS. They would simply not be in the chart at all. This is how the industry chooses their success stories from the very beginning. Mass radio play makes a song debut look more successful than what it actually is, and therefore it misleads and attracts the general public. If this doesn't work and the general public still rejects the song, the industry doesn't give up. Mass radio play makes an unsuccessful song stay in the charts with minimal sales and streams from real people. While this happens, songs like Jimin's, which literally got a number one and millions.
Hey, Cardi B just dropped the album. It's like $4. The songs cost like 60 some cents. That right there is to most definitely push up the numbers of sales. You get what I'm saying? And trying to put it everywhere. Like that right there, it try to push up the numbers. Cause albums don't cost under $5 for real.
Of people streaming and
especially not an album with 22 songs.
buying will still not receive any radio spins. Radio doesn't care about how radio friendly the song is. They don't care about the millions of faithful listeners they will get if they play BTS music. They don't care about the most requested songs. The industry's plans are the industry's plans. The reason why many talk about the industry as a whole is because all of these music entities are interconnected one way or another. Artists and their labels know that being on the Billboard charts gives the illusion that the general public is listening to a song. And to get a #1 song on this chart, you need streams, sales, and radio play. So music labels, allegedly, pay for all of these radio play, fraudulent streams, and media play because they can be an investment for future real sales and streams. This can be an investment for real popularity and real listeners. If all of these investment fail to convince the general public and the label is bold enough, they will continue paying for these tactics to stay on the charts while no real people are streaming or buying the song. These failed industry promoted songs that no one is listening to will then be nominated for Grammys with the excuse that they care about quality and not popularity. These Grammys will then elevate the artist and the music label's reputation, and then they will get more money invested in them. This money will then be used to buy media play, radio play, streams, and the circle continues. If a massively promoted song or album is successful, the artist may get their investment money back, as well as the obvious Grammys. This will give the artist the most important factor to make money.
Do people win money when they win a Grammy, or is it just like more brand? I mean, like money indirectly, like more brand deals. I know they probably get more brand deals and things like that, but like, does the Grammy just come? Does it come with money, or is it just the notoriety? And also, like this lady who putting these videos together, Board City, she was doing a great job, cause like with creating content now, it's like I know like the amount of work it goes into find all these clips, structure the clips, look up the information she's trying to look up, script it, storyteller, put in order, and then add the transcribe her words to add captions. Like it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Motivation for sure.
Reputation. Allegedly, music labels pay way more money to streaming platforms for promotion than they receive from streams. The money paid for radio spins can go from thousands of dollars to multi-million-dollar settlements. And getting this investment back as sales is not as common because buying music is not a popular enough practice amongst the general public. Musicians rarely make profit from their music. They earn money from advances, merchandise, royalties, licensing fees, and concerts. That's why that #1 is so important. That's why many would rather not make any profits now and get a Grammy later. It's like being influencers. Their actual content may not make a lot of profit, but the reputation and popularity of their name can get them fashion deals, commercials, and a time slot in a music festival. These are only examples, of course. There are many variables and outcomes. Sometimes artists invest in radio play and end up making a lot more money from sales or concerts. Sometimes an artist has a good relationship with the industry for years, and then they stop shaking hands with industry people and they receive 0 Grammy nominations for an extremely popular, critically acclaimed album. When it comes to BTS, the Western industry's main interest is ratings and social media engagement, because that is direct money for the Western industry.
What social media do you guys use the most? I be on YouTube a lot. I wish I could just integrate my YouTube and Instagram into one thing. I know YouTube got the post feature, but I don't think I have a big enough following to start using the post feature. Eventually, you guys, come here and be here for Nero Glace. That's what we're trying to build a community, Nero Glace community, and whatever you guys want, I got it for you. And then also, I need to figure out, like, how did the name Army come about? Like, how do people make their fandom names? Like Blinks, Stays, Armies. What else? What's another group? I don't know. So, I don't know. The Barbs, Beehive, things like that. What I'm gonna call mine? I'm gonna call mine the Glacier Babies. The Glaciers. I don't know, y'all. I don't even know how people come up with these. I'm just one mind.
BTS's 5 Grammy nominations are historic for a number of reasons, but their lack of wins show the obvious message the Grammys are trying to send them. You can't be invited so we have the ratings, but you are not our friends, so you won't win. In the end, the industry has the first and
Be like, I'm a glacier. I'm a glacier, baby. Nah, I'm a glacier. Welcome to the igloo. I don't know. The storm. I don't know. Because Nero Glace means black ice. Translated, it's Italian French. If you guys didn't know. I made that up myself. I created that.
last say. And this doesn't only happen in the Western music industry. You won't believe how much the South Korean music industry tries to sabotage the only artists capable of bringing billions of dollars to their economy. Again, this is because BTS are not part of their elite. The three major music labels in South Korea control the entertainment industry. They have enough power to blacklist artists from independent labels like BTS and make the media downplay their achievements. There isn't a common practice of deleting sales like in American music charts, but what they would do is freeze the charts and then apologize for a technical error, so millions of BTS sales are not counted once again. This is how the different music entities inside each
Bro, so they really pushing the button. Like, there's some shady stuff. Like, we gonna push the button on y'all. Y'all not finna get these. Like, unless y'all sign their paperwork, unless y'all join our side, bro, you're not doing it, bro. You can't get big without us. There's a hierarchy and there's a way. Stop being an outlier. That's what they trying to tell them. They trying to kick their back in.
music industry are interconnected. They need one another to function. Sometimes they are one and the same. If you thought Billboard and Rolling Stone were at some point competing for who has the best charts, think about how they are both owned by Banks Media Corporation, which also owns Variety, Deadline, The Hollywood Reporter, and an interest in music business worldwide. So if BTS is still the biggest group in the world, but they don't have a good relationship with the music industry, here you will have Guess Who, Billboard, Rolling Stone, Variety, and The Hollywood Reporter making a profit out of BTS by selling exclusive photo shoots while at the same time writing negative articles undermining their success. This person said something.
Cool, what? Like, y'all finna make money off us and still talk about us. Like, y'all really trying to make us feel like we need y'all. Like, bro, see, we can turn y'all up or we can turn y'all down. The choice is yours. And then also one group on all the media outlets. Hey.
Interesting. Billboard is nothing but an ad-selling business, the literal definition of a billboard. So why are you surprised the artists Billboard promoted since day one end up succeeding in the Billboard charts? Like I said, there are not many artists that make money from their music, but music sales are still an important factor to get a #1 song or album, so they will digitally sell their songs for cents and their albums for only a couple of dollars. This makes a lot of points for charts, but not so much money for the artist. They will also do the classic bundle albums.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Cardi B just did put that album up for that like the pin, like. She put that album up on pennies on dollars, basically. Like, bro, they just trying to get them charts. She trying to chart. Trying to chart. I mean, the album was straight, though.
Sales by selling concert tickets and different kinds of merch like t-shirts, socks, underwear, cups, lollipops, energy drinks, and even condoms, along with a copy of their album. Charts will then count these merch sales as album sales. However, BTS's main strategy to get their #1 albums and songs is to focus on music sales, real sales. BTS has never bundled their albums with any kind of merchandise or concert tickets. Their biggest sin, which the industry loves to point out, is the fact that they release a maximum of 4 versions of an album, but these were only special occasions. The norm for BTS is to release 2 versions of an album, something completely harmless if you compare it to the insane sales tactics by other music labels. Fans being encouraged to buy 2 or 4 versions of the same album because they come with a unique photo card is nothing compared to K-pop singers releasing 7 or 13 versions of the same album. BTS's 2 or 4 versions of an album don't have the purpose to maximize album sales, or they would be way cheaper. BTS's album versions are intended to actually make money. and their number of versions usually has something to do with the album's concept. If they think one version of an album is enough to capture the album's concept, then they will release only one version. If the album's concept works better in two opposite works, then they release two versions. It's as simple as that. Another common practice to maximize sales is to release remixes of a song. All of these remixes, sales, and streams will be combined and help the main song climb in music charts. BTS very occasionally releases multiple remixes of a song, and ARMYs buy these remixes to help BTS stay on the charts, since they receive literally 0 points from radio and their streams are cut in half. But while BTS is being criticized by the industry for this remix tactic, other artists are celebrated and called smart and
Taylor Swift, the Swifties, Glacier, the Glacier. But nah, yeah, I know about these practices. It is crazy that you can just do so much with one product and just make it 1,000 other products into the same thing.
iconic for doing exactly the same.
I mean, it's like they were clothes. You can, it's same shirt I get come in 12 different colors. So there's nothing really wrong with it though. It's been down like 100 different thousand colors. Same thing, same design.
The industry and multiple fandoms think they are doing something by accusing ARMYs of mass buying BTS albums and songs, without realizing that by doing so, they are admitting that the quote-unquote organic hits from the charts are there with industry support and not fandom support. The industry and multiple fandoms criticize and laugh at BTS for not having radio points, when they have no control over that. They will have to pay for that just like every other artist is doing. The industry and multiple fandoms criticize and laugh at ARMYs for mass buying when all they're doing is balance the unfair treatment by the industry.
What's wrong with mass buying? I mean, it's still organic. Like we didn't created a space to where we got fans that want to support us. Ain't that what being an idol is, or about being a musician? Being a musician, like, radio don't mean fans. Radio just mean I'm paying for new people to hear my music. But if I'm making music for people who want to listen to it, the fans. So they want to buy 100,000 times. That's their prerogative. Like, that's the point of being a fan. That's the point of making music for fans. I'm making this music for people who love me, who relate to what I'm saying. It don't make sense for me to go spend $300,000 on radio play for somebody who ain't never heard it and them not to like it. I'm gonna make this for who support it. Like, I'm like, these videos, I'm not making these videos and then going to Google Ads and pushing it out like that. It's gonna reach who like it, and whoever like it they gonna like the video, comment, they gonna sub up. It's organic. You know, they gonna like the video because of the topic, and then they might like the person who reacting to it. Nero Glace, you feel me? Like, what's wrong with that? And what's wrong with the same people come back and watch all my videos? That's the point. That's like literally the point.
If BTS is not willing to pay for radio, which is illegal, or pay for playlisting in streaming platforms, then ARMYs will buy every copy of BTS music available. BTS depends on their fandom and their fandom only. That's what terrifies the industry. BTS are able to stay on the charts while actually making money from their music. That money goes to the BTS members and their Korean label, while the Western music industry receives nothing. Even the distribution deal BTS has with an American label benefits BTS more than it benefits the American label. So the label prioritizes their actual signed artists and dismisses BTS. That's what makes the industry mad. That's why the industry has ridiculed them so much that fandoms have convinced themselves that BTS are the corrupt ones instead of being the against all odds winners in a corrupt industry. And this is beyond the industry being petty. Other fandoms are convinced that the general public's support is better than fandom support, because that is, according to the industry, organic success. But as you can see, there is nothing organic about these tactics. There is nothing organic about an industry.
I mean, none of it is inorganic. If it's real people, that's organic. It's organic matter right there. That's like our music. If we got 70 million fans, that's organic people right there. What are we talking about? Like, bro, you telling me I gotta constantly get new people to like my music? Every time I drop, it gotta always be somebody new. or the people y'all want to like it. Like, how do you like? Why do you have control over who likes my music?
Choosing its own success stories and sabotaging the ones overcoming their unfair obstacles. What is organic is having a fan base of real people actually buying and streaming the music. You can see these millions of real people in sold-out stadium tours, something that the majority of the #1 artists and quote-unquote million sellers cannot accomplish. The general public may be tricked into streaming a song. They may follow a music trend on TikTok, but they are not always willing to buy expensive concert tickets. The general public moves on and forgets, but an army of fans is able to make an album or song successful without the artist paying for industry support. Real organic success is when an artist transforms the general public into fans, and that's what BTS does with every release. The fandom's numbers only go up. This is clearly reflected in the percentage of fans who consider themselves only ARMY. The majority of BTS fans are not K-pop fans. The majority of BTS fans are part of the general public. And this is easily understandable when you look at the fandom's waves of new fans and realize that they...
So why aren't the fans K-pop fans? And K-pop is just the general, like that's just a genre, but it gets an umbrella of different genres inside of K-pop. So they're saying not fans of the Korean music in general. They just like specifically like BTS, which is okay. What the fuck? Oh. But these glasses hurt my nose. These joints is heavy. I have to wear them. No. I can't take them out though, boy, cause my eye hurt. Don't know why it hurt, but it hurt.
have nothing.
I don't feel like squinting. You feel me? They were like, why is he squinting? It's just a whole bunch of stuff I don't want y'all seeing me like this. You feel me? I'm just talking. My eye do hurt though. It do hurt.
To do with K-pop and everything to do with BTS's performance. So why would an artist prefer the momentary passive support from the general public when it could have the constant active support from a fandom? Why would artists prefer a theater or arena concert with people who only know their 1 or 2 TikTok hits instead of a sold-out stadium with people who know all of their songs? Why is constantly convincing the general public to be your fan not organic success? I think it's very hypocritical for fandoms to cry about how the charts have no meaning anymore every time BTS gets a #1. Yet they love celebrating the #1s from other artists who got there with weird tactics.
To be honest, I don't even check the chart. Like I don't care what I like type of music I like. I don't go check the charts. What's trending top 100 don't really sway anything for me because there's so many different types of music. It could be stuff in top 100 where it's like it can be good music. Don't mean I'm gonna like it. It ain't in my top 100. You feel me?
To say the least. If now anyone can fool the charts and what BTS is doing is so easy, then why aren't more artists getting #1s only with sales? Why are the charts irrelevant only when BTS succeeds in them? And don't get me wrong, the charts are obviously corrupt. The obvious message they try to send every time BTS gets a #1 shows how aware they are of their corruption. The obvious humiliation from the industry's actions and media articles show how the industry doesn't care at all about their little mafia getting exposed. They don't care because they know that the general public will keep falling for their tactics. The general public will still believe that a song they don't even like is organically successful because they've listened to it on the radio hundreds of times. The general public will still believe that their accidental monthly stream in Spotify doesn't count much. Fandoms will still believe that what's best for their favorite artist is the industry and the general public support, rather than their own fandom buying the music and concert tickets. But every time ARMY helps BTS succeed in the same music industries that sabotage them, they prove a point. And no matter what the industry does, BTS will make money with no American music label in between, and not shaking hands with industry people. No matter what the industry does, BTS will continue having the fandom support others fail to conquer.
Okay. No joke. I ain't gonna lie. What is this? A tease? What is this? Who's a tease? ATS? Well, since it's on here, I guess it's meant for me to watch it. Ooh, I guess I'll go ahead and do a video to this. Don't know who this is, so you know how that go. But for right now, we gonna recap what we just watched. Like I said, I can understand all the points she made about BTS not being accepted in, but I feel like a lot of artists that go the independent route have it's always up here. Well, independent, the independent route or the route that's not, putting money into the people who got in control pockets. You feel me? If you can't be a puppet, you're gonna have a hard time. It's gonna always be an uphill battle. It's gonna always be an uphill battle. So I can most definitely understand that. Trying to see why, if you are a fan of BTS, what makes you just a fan of them and not a fan of like any other acts inside of K-pop? It's like a personal connection, like you just like them. They don't want the music that sounds good or speaks to you inside the genre. And some people don't even classify BTS as K-pop as well. So there's that. And if not, then why? Because they are Korean. I mean, all their songs aren't. I mean, pop is just popular. It ain't all just bubblegum music. You feel me? So there's that. I ain't got too much else to say. Like, I'm learning. I'm gonna probably react to some videos to see more of their personality. But I did want to know this video I just watched. I did want to know the information on why the industry isn't too fond of them, especially with them having so many views and a big fan base. But it's because they not getting none of that money. If you ain't getting none of that money, they don't care. You could be great all day. If we ain't getting none, ain't no fun. You feel me? But like these are the fans that doing what they gotta do. The army, for sure. What I'm saying, the glacier babies. I don't know which one sound better. I'm still brainstorming. I'm still brainstorming. But hey, I ain't gonna lie. I've been enjoying my YouTube journey. Like, I'm moving at a faster pace than I expected to move, and then I was projected to move as well. I've been enjoying it. It like keeps my brain turning, looking for ideas, getting better at editing with the audio, thumbnails, logos. Like, I'm literally thinking every day how to innovate and thinking of other ideas to implement. Like, I'm working on a podcast right now, to where it's like we'll discuss what's going on in the music scene with the K-pop, and in groups. And I'm thinking more ideas, but I'm trying to integrate it so it goes smooth with what I'm doing now with the reactions. And I still will be doing my reactions, back there. That's gonna be the podcast setup as of right now. I just ain't. I'm waiting to get my YouTube stuff like where I want it, to where I'm getting a consistent amount before I start implementing new foreign videos. Not like foreigners, but like videos that y'all not used to seeing from me on my channel. So I'm just trying to build the channel up a little bit more. We on the road to 2,000. We doing good, and I appreciate all the love and support. Like, if y'all here and y'all like how I do it, I appreciate that. Cause sometimes people just they want to see a video, but man, I like how you do it. So if you like how I do it, I appreciate that for sure. I appreciate all the love and support. It's your boy Nero Glace. I'm saying it one more time if your first time hearing me. It's your boy Nero Glace, your favorite. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and a sub. We on the road to 2K. If in the future when we pass 2K and you see this video in the future, you may not see this video before 2K. We on the road to whatever. I'm just trying to shoot up. I do enjoy doing this for sure. It's like something I can come home and do and not have to force myself to do. You feel me? Like somebody say, oh, you look bored reacting to the video. No, I wasn't bored. I had been working all day. Came home, got straight to it, and I got a swollen eye. My eyes was hurting. It wasn't swollen then. Then my eye was just hurting. It's a little swollen then. Don't know. It may be a style or something. I don't know. You feel me? Allergies. I've been having a lot of stuff going on. I almost had allergic reaction last week. This week, maybe another allergic reaction. May just be oily face. Who knows? I'm gonna get my life together though. Then y'all can see my face again. Right now, y'all just get the sunglasses. Me, sunglass version, Nero Glace. But I'm finna go ahead and watch this video right here. Get over me. It's your boy Nero Glace.